got to keep organizing, got to keep catching up. So much stuff to open. So I'm doing a long weekend video. The Matchbox one yesterday was fairly long. Now Hot Wheels today. Highlights of this one includes the Zamacs and the gonna open those up. I've got the Dollar Tree, no, Dollar General exclusives, which I still think are yet to come out. All the some were found at Target, and then the very recent Target exclusives, which I found. And let's just keep going. All right, let's just get going. I also have these. These have been found at Walmart. I think they've been. A lot of them are hanging, but I've been wanting to open them up for a while now. So I want to do that. I don't even know what this series is called, but it's all supercars, right? So I'm just gonna. That's the McLaren. Here's the 2017 Acura NSX. Artwork is cool. Just like I said, you can speed this video up if you want, because I'm just opening cars, and then I'm going to put those that I'm going to keep. I'll put in the collection. I think last time I was doing it as I went with the Matchbox, but I think for now, this is the Koenigsegg. That's pretty nice. I'm just going to add the ones that. I'm just going to put them to the side, and then we'll add them as we go. Pretty cool how these get. I think these are a little bit more than $1, right? But they get full detail. At least that one did. And it looks like the Koenigsegg does too. I like when they do that because some of them, well, I didn't get the back, but this one's definitely going in the collection. The Porsche 911, 1971 Porsche 911 casting that I very enthusiastically collect. And then the last one is the Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. It really comes down like in the nerdy things that we do. I really like these Mustang collections. This is the one. Wasn't this one the one that was a super treasure hunt? What, last year? In gold and yellow. But I only add those, and with the Mustangs and Corvettes and things like that, I only add the ones that are in a plain stock version. This one is not, so I don't add it. That kind of nerdy. Yeah, it is. But we all have our own rules, right? We can collect what we want and do it how we want to do it. There are no rules. All right, I'm going to put this way in the back. I also have a 5-pack that I think I found this like, sorry, it's reflecting. I think I found this pack like, I don't know, 2 months ago. It's the Speed Blur. Leeway does this. Leeway is one of the graphic designers. He does a lot of the graphics for the basic cars. And I'm going to open this up. He really has fun with the Speed Blur. I think it's kind of his place to kind of show off a little bit and have some fun, do things differently. And I'll show off all the cars. There's one here I'm going to add to the collection because it's a casting I collect. And but I'm going to show off all of the cars because it's just so cool. He does this kind of like things pieced together. This is the Twin Mill 2, right? I didn't even look at the names of the cars. Twin Mill Gen E, so it's like an electric twin mill. But like he picks interesting colors, he does interesting graphics, and then if you notice, all of the Speed Blur cars have these gray wheels, which are kind of cool. So I'll move that. This is the one that's going in the collection. I really like the Power Wagon, the Dodge Power Wagon, and this deco, the Power Wagon. So I think it's the Macho Power Wagon that got this side deco. You could see this on the Simon and Simon that they did in Entertainment a few years ago. It gets the Power Wagon on the side like that, but then Leeway took it with this matte black, the gray rims and the white. This is just phenomenal. I just love the deco on this. Is it realistic? I don't know. I mean, but does it have to be? In this case, I just love just the design, the style of it. It's just so beautifully done. And yeah, that one's going in the collection without a doubt. Same thing here. Ford Raptor. There's a premium version, there's the basic version, and there's the RLC version. The basic and the premium, I think, are exactly the same. Really well done. Again, versions like kind of a camo look, but in Leeway style. And then he goes from that to this, the chrome. I think he has this, in order to do a chrome in a basic, like with the pricing, they have to do it on a plastic body. I believe this one is a plastic body. But notice the Speed Blur kind of enveloping the entire body of the car. I just think it's so cool. I know it's a little further away here because I'm doing the whole shot, but I If you haven't found this pack, it's worth it. And I can't get this other one out. There we go. This one, what is this one called? HW50 Concept. Oh yeah, this is the one that they did for the 50th anniversary. Didn't really come out great. But Leeway's deco does it some justice, right? I think so. Okay, so that's that. Now let's get to opening these up. But I needed to give that Speed Blur 5-pack some attention because Leeway does some great work, and we don't talk about. I mean, he does so much of the basic stuff and everything. We don't talk about him enough, so I got to talk about him more. That's really, really cool. All right, let's move on to the carded stuff. All right, let's move on with this. We'll start with the Zamac. So I'll move these over here. We've got two different mixes that have all kind of showed up at about the same time, and that's just the timing of things right now, right? It's just different, you know, kind of catching up, whatever. So let's just go number 2 here. Well, then try and go in order. Here's number 1 is the Mercedes-Benz A-Class, right? I think it started in blue this year, right? And number 2 is the Jeep. So this one's in blue with the white stripe. They're doing the Zamac thing now where I think they started that last year where they put the little Zamac logo on there. I guess I don't have an opinion one or the other. This is the Jeep, right? 2020 Jeep Gladiator. I was actually in Moab this week when I was trying to film. It was Jeep Safari, so you can imagine there were a ton of these. It's the biggest Jeep event in the world, I think. You can't imagine how many Jeeps were there. And kind of funny, just as a side note, the Broncos were kind of like they were invading, and there was just a ton. There was Broncos that had like Jeep Eater decals on. It was really funny. Anyway, that's the Jeep Gladiator, and then the third one is the Mazda Ripu, which many of you, including me, really like. Definitely be adding that to the collection. Zamacs, I collect all of the Zamacs. I don't care what they are. I've been collecting them since at least this run of the last 6 or 7 years of Walmart doing it. That's number 6, 5. This is number 4. So if they do a Zamac, even if it's the ugliest car ever, I will add it to the collection, and I like it because it gives me a little cross section of maybe some of the models I don't collect. Here's the Nissan R390 GTI. This is the second mix. Now I'm wondering if the stuff that I got from Mattel, I'm wondering if there's some Zamac cases in there. I think there probably are, so I might be doing an unboxing of a Zamac case here very soon. So we'll see these models again, but here they are loose. This one goes into the plain Zamac family, which is one of my favorite little subsets. Is the cars that are Zamac but just have like headlights, tail lights. I'm just a huge fan of these kind of models, and the Z was one last year. That might have been the only one last year that had just the plain graphics. All right, this is the Copel Corvette, 69 Copel Corvette. Casting that's been around a bit. It was a toy fair at one point, long time ago. Really nice casting. And then the last one, love the Big Air Bel Air. In fact, maybe we'll open. There is a, this one has been, so I don't think this has been a Target exclusive, but it has been a, was it a Dollar General exclusive last year, or GameStop exclusive? I think it's been a GameStop and maybe a car. I don't know. Well, when we add them to the collection, right? Why am I trying to figure that out right now? So there is that one. And then just to kind of show you what it's based on, because I still have that one to open, I have the version that just kind of came out. They kind of came out at the same time. So that's the Zamac version of this black version. In fact, it looks like the colors are exactly the same. They just removed the black paint. That's kind of cool. They don't do it all the time. I think the Big Air Bel Air has Super Treasure Hunt written all over it, but I'm surprised we haven't seen one yet. Obviously, we're not going to see it this year. There it is in black. All right, so now let's move on to the... I opened this case months and months ago, it seems like, of the... I think these are Dollar General, right? Dollar General exclusives. And some of them mistakenly, and I guess this is supposed to show up soon because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anybody reporting at least that they're finding them at Dollar General. But I think these are they were erroneously, some of them were sent to Target. I don't think a ton of people found them, but that I've seen that happen before. It's not cool and does, but I'm assuming these will be hitting Dollar Generals very soon. Here's the Chevy Bel Air. or Impala, sorry, to go to the Bel Air in the Bel Air series. What was it, pink, the first version? And then this is the store exclusive in this, like, I guess black with blue. I don't collect, the two store exclusives that I collect are the Zamacs and the Target Red editions. And the reason I like those is because they're kind of themed, you know, they're either red or a version of red or Zamac. Acura Integra GSR, green, right? First version. There's the blue version with the red rims. This is a Cassian I think I have the first version of, but I haven't, it's not one that I collect all of. I don't collect all the Japanese models like some people think, but I do like this casting. It's just not something that I get too excited about. I only have limited space. This one I do collect for sure, Mercedes-Benz 500E. This is the star of the Dollar General. I think a lot of people are going to want this one. I think when I think of this era of car, the 500E, you know, black is the signature look, and we've seen what red. Well, in fact, I'll even open it right here. There's the red version, which I haven't opened yet. Sorry, I'll try and show these up a little, show these close a little more, especially the new castings. So here's the red version, black and silver last year, right? Black is by far the most iconic. You know, that's just how you think of these Mercedes in that color. But I think of the era, I think of white. White cars were just so cool in that 90s era. And so this one, just like that, you know, was it Dollar General last year that had that awesome Prelude and that almost color-changing green? This is one of those cars that it's like, it's cool by itself, but like no matter where it would be released, but it's even cooler now. I mean, but it's going to be harder to find because it's Dollar General, and that's just that thing is just amazing. Amazing. Just love that casting. So there it is in white. A little bit bleached out. Sorry, guys. Bet you've seen it. All right. Last store exclusives that we need to open are these. They are the first Target Red Editions. I actually found these at Target. And I wonder if I have a Red Edition case too that Mattel sent, so I'll open that up if we get them. So are these numbered? Yep, there's number 1, number 3, and number 2. So we'll start with the BMW. This one's already had a good year. Started, yellow, and then the Super Treasure Hunt, which I still need to open. I pulled it from a GameStop case, right? That Mattel sent. So this is the third version of this, right? Regular, Super, and now the Red Edition. Really like this color, like the Batmobile casting. I can show it up close if you want. Just love it. It's really well done casting too, with the way it has the brakes in the back and the tail lights and everything. So it can get the side and the top deco. Here's the Volkswagen Beetle, old casting. I think it used to have a metal base. I like this whole thing with the headlights. I mean, it's nice to have that brake, but I'm not real keen on this casting. But it does look good. It does look good in the... Now, that's a Red Edition, but it's in black, you see, but you can see the red trim on the wheels. There will be red somewhere, right? And then... So, that's a problem. I just bumped my phone, turned it off, and I've been talking forever. Let's see, I finished off with the Beetle. You guys are going to laugh. I finished off with the Beetle, and I have since opened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars, and didn't realize my camera had shut off. So, here we go. I had mentioned this was the third. This is the Greenwood Corvette. It's a casting that I love, and I was talking, while the camera was not rolling, that I actually opened 2 of those, and I ended up doing it on the shop, but you'll never see evidence of that, because 1 goes into my Red Edition collection, and 1 will go into my Greenwood collection. I did the same with the BMW. This is a casting I collect, so 1 into the Red Edition collection and the other into the BMW collection. So you want to see the cars that I opened? I'll just show you the card. I started with this. It's so funny. All right, I'm going to put the Greenwood away. So started with this one. You just won't see that I actually opened it. It's the McLaren F1. We're seeing these with the Rio's rides, you know, Rio's designs. This is the second color, right? Silver last year. I opened this one, the Aston Martin Valhalla concept that we've seen in premium, and we've also seen, you know, for James Bond, now that's a basic, gets the basic treatment here. So I think it's the exact same casting. Of course it is. So we saw that one, or that I opened. Talked a little bit about the 2020 Corvette. This one, if it had real riders, would be the Super Treasure Hunt. Mentioned how I want to find that. Hopefully I will one day, because it is really, really cool. Love that they put the Real Rider 5 spokes on there. Looks good in blue, and I like that it's clean. And this is not, I did mention, this is not considered a new model because it debuted in ID. So they won't market a new model. So this is the first time many of you have seen it. But it is not technically a new model. Talked about the AE86. Pushed the Zamac out of the way to show you the initial D over there. We've seen it in premium. We've seen it in basic. This is the second color. First one was white this year. Now we have this one in red with the gold rims, which looks really cool. Sad that the camera was off while I talked about this one. Ryo Asada's Honda S2000. Another Ryo's rides. This one is a tribute car. You can see it's got Ryo's logo on the side, or the Hot Wheels logo with Ryo's name on it. And this one is very, very cool. One of, obviously several tributes, and we're going to see that we see the basic version in yellow. He had a yellow S2000, and like I said, this is the first casting he did for Hot Wheels. You got Ryo Asada's name on the license plate. And when I add it to the collection, you'll see how many S2000s there are. And we're going to see the RLC version, which is also in yellow, but Spectraflame, so it'll be kind of gold with the 10-spoke rims on it, which is going to be a special, special one. And I have to assume we're going to see it fairly soon. Talked about the Silverado. We always are excited. I was surprised to see this one in store. These are all models I found in store. I'll do the unboxing because I think I just got the case, and I'll do the unboxing, but I found these in store. This Silverado is clean, looks great in green. And this is one of two Silverados, right? The other one is this one. Ryo Asada's tuned 83 Silverado. The details are exactly the same on this one. Now, I'll actually put this one up close so you can see it because it is a new model. And you can see Ryo's names there on the back. He did all these tuned models. I wonder if they'll still do some more, maybe. But it's a very, very cool casting. There's the card art. Love that casting. Usually tuned stuff's not my cup of tea, but I like what they've done here, and they're taking some icons like the Silverado and turning it into the tune. It's a very, very cool, very stylish casting. And it's been a hit, right? A lot of people are digging that one. And then the one that I realized I turned off the camera when I was getting ready to open this one. It is the LB Super Silhouette Nissan Silvia, the S15. And this one is cool. This one is based on the Liberty Walk Super Silhouette, which is based on the Silvia, the classic Silvia Super Silhouette. Well, here, let me just show it to you. Another Ryo Asada design. And from what I understand, this might be the last one he did. I don't know if we're going to see other castings that, but Manson said, Manson, who does a lot of the sculpting, worked on this with Ryo. So I don't know if we're going to see other Ryo castings that are maybe slated for later. But this might be the last one that he worked on. And obviously it is superb. Super, super cool. So while that is turning around, we've got to figure out what's going in the collection quite a bit. So we're going to start with the Zamacs. Now, if you wanted to just see me open them up, we're done. Those are all the models. I'm going to move these out of the way. And we are going to start adding to the collection. So let's start with the Zamacs. We're going to finish off this side of them. Got to push it back so you can see it. That's why I'm going wide angle here. And I think we're just going to, like I said, I will add, I need to open up another Zamac. These are not, I'm not completist on all these, but I might open a second one on this one to add to the Repo collection. I'm definitely going to open up a second one of these to add to the Nissan collection, but for now we'll put it in the Zamac pile. I'll just keep the one Corvette, and I will open a second Big Air Bel Air to add to the Big Air Bel Air collection. And I can just turn this around because I just have been sharing the same case for the latest red edition. So I think those are all 12 from last year, right? And now we add the first mix. So BMW from last year, this was your winner. That one was pretty good too. Hey, there's another Dodge Power Wagon. Beetle and Corvette. So that is done. All right, now let's figure out what else we're going to add. Put the Zamacs back. you want to speed up this portion of the video, you can go ahead and do that. Let's talk about new models. Because we got to go and do that, so we'll add the new models. We got a lot. Feels like we're way behind on the Hot Wheels new models, right? So, and maybe I've skipped. I don't know. I think we're up to. I think this will put us up to date. All I've got are the Sylvia and the Toon Silver. I only do licensed, right? Am I missing anything? I think that is it. All right, so that's easy enough. You can see I have the Matchbox that I did last or yesterday on the other side. So those go to the side. That's so I can put them together for the Lamley Awards. All right, you want to do that one? Always fun to pull out the Chevys. And if you look here, so there's my gassers that are not, like the premium aren't there and the RLCs, but this case is positively full. So I'm going to have to do some adjusting, but you can see everything from the first. This is every silver, including these 3 rare, super rare models here, but this is every one released with the exception of anything that I have up on the wall. So up through the Gulf right here. So I've got to find space for that one, but I'm not going to be able to, and I'm not going to make you guys go through it because then it gets into the Bel Air gasser. That's a heavy one because I got premiums in there too. But we can add, well, let's see. We're going to have to do the Big Air Bel Air. We're going to have to go up to adjust. I guess I could put them here, but I'm not going to. So there's the first one. There's the second color. This was a GameStop exclusive. This was a Kroger exclusive, the blue. So we've had GameStop, Kroger. We have this guy, and then we have, I'll have to put the Zamac in, but I'll put the black in there for now. We'll put the Zamac. We'll have to do some adjusting. But there are those. Any other Chevys that have to go in there? Can turn that around. I don't think so. But we can do the Corvette. Oh, we have a perfect spot. Now I think we have another color of the Greenwood coming, so I will have to adjust that, but the red edition can go right there. So there's all of the that are not premium up through the red edition. So that's all the Corvettes. Anything else that needs to go in this pile? I don't think so. There's some Datsuns. All right, let's move on to Honda. I'm going to show you, because my S2000 collection spans 2 different cases, but it starts right here, and obviously this is a significant model. This is the first S2000 that Rio designed, or that Rio released. You can see his name is there on the top. He was still with Matchbox when he did this design, and the S2000 has been released numerous times since. But the Tribute, it's, you know, it's yellow because he had a yellow S2000, but it's fitting because it's the first, and now here's the, I don't know if you can't call it the last because we have the RLC, but we have these bookended versions of basic releases, both in yellow, different shades of course, but both with Rio's name on them. So you got all of these releases, and then move that out of here. And here's all the other releases of the S2000, again, that aren't, move it back here, that aren't premium. So got multi-pack. There's a wheel variation right there with those 2, wheel variation with these. You got Fast and Furious. That's a Kmart. That's the Honda. And then we will go ahead and stick that one right there. Awesome. So turn that around. I put the, I forgot. I put the Koenigsegg already away. Let's go to Mercedes and McLaren. I believe they are on the same. Yeah, so here's the McLaren. Basics, at least. I have the Speed Machines elsewhere of the P1, of the F1 GTR, right? Or like there. So there's the There is the F1 right there in silver. There's the black one, giving some space. Turning it around, you can see where McLaren ends and Mercedes starts. We're going to be talking a lot of Mercedes with that new Deutschland design set that's out, but we're going to go ahead and add that one right there. And this one, you might see this casting when we open that Deutschland design set. Man, so many videos to do. All right, Mercedes, McLaren, done. We'll finish off with the AE86 and the Corvette. So AE86 Toyota. Let's see if we have some space. We do. So you can see here the old AE86 here. I don't know if I have all of them. I think I might. And then here's the new one, at least the basic versions. I got the premium elsewhere. So that is set. So we'll close that up. And then the Corvette goes in a different spot. Because I collect all the supers, I put them all together. This one will go, since I don't have the super yet, but I've shown this before. I actually put the basics on one side, and then I put the supers on the other. I don't have any of the 2022 supers yet. I'm going to try and do that because I'm going to need them for the Lamley Award, so I'll try and catch up. But I will go ahead and add this one right here facing the other way. So there's the first 4 of the basic versions, and then their supers will be on the other side. Okay, now I'm caught up. I've got all the basics where they need to be. I think all the ones, oh no, I didn't do the Porsche. So we can do that real quick, I believe. Yeah, we can. Easy enough. Add that right there. I got to put that Zamac there. Close that off. Now we're done. So I will be doing a bunch of unboxings now. Some of the models we've already seen because I'll be doing the D case and the E case, right? And I think I have an F as well. But we're going to open them up. We're going to do the unboxings. I got premium to show, and I have a very special treat. I'm going to show some upcoming models that haven't been seen before. More on that later. Thanks, everybody. Bye.